Hi guys! Hi, we back. Kale's still sickly, but we back. The storm approaching. Kale's a bit better, but I'll make sure she repeats herself and is loud when she has to talk. Do they want a diamond? Because they're expensive. Cat. What was I doing with my life choices?
Oh, you were foraging. You were foraging up, I think.
Oh yeah, let me look at what all my little things are. Because yeah, mining's not going to be too bad. I don't really mind about my mining too much because obviously I'm going to spend a lot of time in the mines with like doing the monster slaying stuff. So maybe I should do foraging, or I'll wait until Monday maybe with the foraging because we don't know if we'll get the wood quests.
Yeah.
And so maybe I'll wait till Monday and then maybe I'll go in the mines and start the monster slaying thing. Should I put away my axe? Probably. Do you want me to take the bombs to the mines so long?
Thank you.
Maybe I'll just keep the strange pen up there just in cases. Oh, have I given 2 gifts to Kirby? Move the mic. Kirby. Yes, I have. I have to wait till tomorrow. Darn. Let's go check about any board quests. How we doing, guys? How we doing? My tendency to accidentally put stuff into the universe worked again. There's a running theory and all of is the word, would the word be psychic or would it just be precognitive?
Unless you're prophesying.
Prophet. I feel like I made this Andrew Garfield reference every time I am the prophet with the answers you seek. Because yeah, basically what keeps happening, you're not there, right, dude? No. What do you call it? What keeps happening is I go, oh, I'd love to go to this, and then Caleb being like, well, I don't know if we'll end up being able to go to that, because that's a drive, and then accidentally, it happens. We need to end up going into the area where the thing is happening. So oopsie. So basically, I'll take the, hopefully I don't forget my hoe. Then again, I'm mainly killing. No, it's fine. I'll leave my hoe. What should I start with? Because I can't go into the thing until, maybe I'll start with Dougie's. You wouldn't be in this level. Because what keeps happening is that I'll be like, oh, I'd like to go to Liberty Midlands Mall in PMB. And Caleb being like, well, this was 2024, 2025 that this happened. 2024. So then she'd be like, okay, well, we don't really go into PMB. We normally pass through. She goes to PMB for like stuff and everything, for like means and stuff, and all the means need me. I'm just gonna keep an eye out for rock crabs while I'm here. So that's why I'm going after these rocks specifically. Plus it could give me stone, so meep morp. What do you call it? So then a thing happened, so then Kayla needed to end up being in PMB, and we didn't. Oh, another reason we go through is we go through PMB to go home, and everything. We have the dogs in the car, and obviously the dogs aren't going to be happy if we go into a mall and they're in the car, So then we end up going into. So then oh yes, die. So then Kayla gets a call. Turns out she has to be in PMB. Whoopsie. Whoops. So there was the Shinzo getting a call of a certain call, and then ends up needing to be in PB. So guess you got to go to the mall. And then what do you call it? And then I think that's when we were in Durban. We were at home. We were visiting home, and then we needed to go. We ended up. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, we needed to go to Hilton. Yeah, so then you need to go to Hilton. So then, depending on which direction you're going from, for my non-South Africans, my non-Durbanites, and all that, it's if you're going from Durban, the coast, towards Hilton, you got to go through PMB, and if you're going towards PMB, you got to go through Hilton. And all that. This is for y'all's peace of mind. Oh yeah, Gus wants the refined quartz. Okay. What do you call it? So guess who ended up being able to go to the mall? What do you call it? Kayla had priestly duties, and I got to go to the mall. Hey, le whoops. And then the other thing was Gateway, but technically that involved Bestie and everything because I was like, man, there's this. I think it was a restaurant. Yeah, it was that boba mochi dessert thing, that dessert thing at Gateway. I can't remember what it's called. If I'll look it up and I'll put it on screen with love in my heart. I'll look it up and put it on screen. But I was like, damn, because I've never been able to have mochi before that, and I found out they do like a cream. It's not fully an ice cream mochi. It's like the mochi wrapping and then cream inside. It's like a thick cream filling. So I don't know if that technically counts as an ice cream mochi because it wasn't like cold. Of course you are. I'm coming. Oh, Dougie. Okay, let me just double check that there's no Dougie. I'm coming. Oh Lord, here coming. You said 5th floor.
Yeah, right at the bottom.
5th floor, bottom. Fifth. And then so what happened was, and then so Kayla was just like, I'm not driving all the way to P&B because if you do not know, the traffic there is so it's whichever road you use, especially if you're using the toll road, huh?
Gateway.
What did I say?
P&B.
Oh, Gateway. Sorry. I P&B on the mind. But what do you call it? Especially if you're using the toll. I'm busy looking for the mud. I'm looking for the mud things. Okay, I'm coming back up then. I'll come back. What do you call it? Because this is the easiest way to find the mud levels. I'll tell you when I leave. What do you call it? And then obviously find the crabs. So then get back here. I really need to look for a magnet ring. So then I was like, Kayla, I want to go Gateway, and she went, not on your life. What do you call it? Mom, I've learned is fine with driving there as long as with proper bribery of food. She's fine with driving there. But it's basically if you're going the toll road, it is a bitch because the one time we almost got flattened and by a truck because the truck tried to come into our lane and didn't see us because our parents have like a flatter car. And I'm not gonna give the make, but it's like I think sedan. No, it's whichever one. It's like flatter, and it's not like a tool. Huh? It's a Corolla. What do you call it? But it's flatter. So it's not like the tallest car. So even if you can't see us at all, don't just try and what there is a packed like sardines and everything. Don't just try that shit. And that's why I hate trucks with a blinding hatred and everything. I despise trucks. What do you call it? If you are a truck driver, what's the name of this? The only way this would offend you is if you're a part of the problem and everything. You should not be offended by me being like, I hate trucks that try and come into lanes where there's the good possibility of, because twice we've almost been hit by trucks and everything. So what do you call it? Because they come into our lane without double checking and everything. So twice this has happened, 3 times, including the one time with Dad and everything, 3 times. So therefore, I got an ancient seed. The only reason why you'd be offended is if you're part of the problem. If you're the person trying to flatten other cars. I continue. And then we were able to then I was meant to be me and Bestie and everything because we were down in Durban at this time. Because obviously we're not gonna make it. I'm not gonna ask when we're up by us and everything because that means you have to do it becomes then like a 3 or 4 hour drive if we want to go to Gateway. Whatever that place is. What do you call it? Unless you take like certain routes. But still annoying. What do you call it? And then of course I'm like talking to Bessie. We're getting the car cleaned, and I'm talking to Bessie, and she's like, "Hey, I don't know if I'll actually be able to meet up with you guys because what do you call it? The place that I was applying to, because this is before she moved to before she started her current job and everything. So she's like, yeah, I'm not too sure because they were asking for like a follow up interview, and it's all the way like what do you call Bolito side and everything. So I don't know if I'll be able to come and see you on that day, so we might need to reschedule. And I was like, oh, Kayla, look at this. And I show her the messages, and she's like, okay, tell Bessie we'll take her. Tell Bessie we'll take her we'll take her to the follow up and everything. We'll go to the mall and then we'll come back because I think it was like 12 or 1 or something like that. The thing was so she was like, yeah, we'll go out for like a breakfast. We'll go out for a breakfast thing then at Gateway, and then we'll take her to her thing. And I just dead stare her, and I'm like, so for Bestie, you're like, yeah, sure, but for your sibling, she's like, yeah, of course I'm gonna say yes to the favorite. It's like dad all over again. It's like dad all over again, being like, my favorite child is the one that lives the farthest, and currently his favorite one is our friend that is it's a child. Whichever one, who's further? Which one do you think is
China?
China would be further and everything because vampires in England. Everything. So it's basically whatever. So it's between the 2 friends that are currently in international waters and everything. Oh, that's what you gotta love our dad. Our dad's very much the type of person where it's like, he loves you, and he accepts you as Bessie, as he accepts you as like family, and when he knows your name. So many of our friends are known as like, oh, this road or that road. One of my friends before besides being called Satan, and because I called her, I ended up being her nickname, and at one point was Satan because she was being a shithead, and all that was So he'd be like, oh yeah, Satan, and after, but before that he was like, oh, the one that's down the road from insert coworker's name, and his work bestie, and insert coworker's name, and it's down that road, and I went, yeah, but it would be nice if you know my friends' names. Okay, then. And then the next time it's like, oh, is Satan? Do we gotta pick her up for youth? Okay, I guess that works. Her name would be nice, but I guess that also works. Oh, is that the time? I'm going. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm going. I'm going. I'm coming away from me. Let me get these bombs out of my inventory. Yeah, that's why I think I was able to thingy. I went to town. What was I thinking of? And then and now there's this third time where I'm like, oh, it came up on TikTok. I can't remember what the market's called. I'll put it up and everything because obviously there's not really a lot of like Asian markets here and everything. So obviously, if you guys are interested in one and everything, I share the South African love and everything. Share the resources, share the South African love. Because there's no one who you want in your corner more than a South African. And the minute we love, someone also brought this up on TikTok. You mainly get a South African. The minute South Africa is mentioned, and you get a South African audience instantly. The minute something similar to South Africa or like something along those lines, and all is referenced, you get a bunch of audience. You get the captive audience of South Africans being like, we're just happy to be included. Especially when it's not involving disease or mercenaries. It's always disease or mercenaries. And I had to like even ask my parents like, okay, what is up with that? Because I was so confused on why it's a thing. And to be like for disease and mercenaries to be like the thing that why is that our major exports? Everything. Because a lot of the time when disease is mentioned and the lady. And I can bring a gift for Kirby. Because it's Sunday. Let's go. Horseradish. Let me also for the kids. The child likes sweet pea. And then what could I give the other? We have grape. I'm just gonna yoink those. I miss my pyong pyong. I miss the what's the name thing. What was the thing again? And because I was watching. What was it? It was a movie with Rami Malek in it. The interpreter? No, the something. It's on Disney Plus and everything. I remember watching because I was like, okay, Rami for Rami, I'll watch it and everything. So I'm like watching. I'm like. And it's like, the what do you call it? One of them's a South African mercenary. I was like, why is it always? Oh, it's autumn, so it's not gonna have the receipt. That's why I panic ran. Yeah, I'm here. Hardwood fence, complete breakfast, honey, generalized honey, sunfish, scorpion carp, shrimp cocktail, chocolate cake, pumpkin pie, seafoam pudding, autumn's bounty, and then a rare crow. But I'll come back for that because that'd be all our money.
How much is the sunfish?
The sunfish is 300 gold.
Yeah, because we need it for the community census.
I'll grab it. I was trying to save up for let me move it way out of my grabbing range. Because I know I would accidentally gift it to some bitch. Child, would you be in your home? This becomes the question. Of course she's in her room. Let me just go show Marnie's place, I guess. Of course she's in her room, but yeah, these are all the animals. When will you leave your room? When do you think she leaves her room? Gunter's what's the name thing? I have the library. I have the Gunter's library. Give me a second, guys. Let me check. It has their schedules, I forgot. NPC, villagers, where's Child? Jazz. What's today? It is the 7th of autumn. 7th of autumn. And until 11, she's in her room apparently. Leaves room to standard or large tree west of Marnie's ranch and jump rope. Does she do that during rain? Oh, I have to say rain. Okay, 11 a.m. stands in the entryway of the shop. Will you do it? I guess we'll find out. Let's go! Okay, this is great! And then I'm gonna use it for Vincent. I'm gonna move it far away from my mic. Come here. Come here. I love presents, thank you. Okay, good enough. And then, can I look for child 2? Well, let me go check in his house, and if he's not there, then I'll check the This is great! 10 out of 10, would recommend this Gunter's Library. I'll keep it in the description. This isn't like a sponsorship or anything, just in case. This isn't sponsorship, but I like to, if I have resources that are good for vibes, and everything good for y'all, good for me, and everything, I want, obviously, to, what's the word? Give it to people, and all that, so that it makes life easier on everyone. But that's great! It's perfect, I don't have to keep the wiki on standby now. But yeah, I'll keep it in my description and all because I might knowing me, it's gonna be in the possibility of me referencing it again. Crowman, here comes the boy. I know it's an amazing kid. Overflowing, it's nice and humid. I'd hate to know what that feels like. I hate humidity. What's the thing? Oh yeah, the mercenary thing. And then so it's like, one of the dudes is a South African mercenary, and I'm like, why is it always us? Why is it always us? It's always, there's a disease that's happening and it started in South Africa, or somehow South Africa is involved. Either South Africa or Africa in general becomes involved when it's disease, or it's where we're exporting mercenaries. And so then I hit up my mom, and I hit up mom and dad, because dad is a history dude. He hasn't studied history, but like he's watched the History Channel, and he's lived a majority of it. He was born in...
Fixation.
Yeah, it's a type of fixation. We've peer reviewed our father. that man definitely has the tism. We got the ADHD from mom, and fascinating history there, but we'll come back to that. And then the tism from dad. Let me just go check the board what our monster thing is. What my monster thing is. Oh, void spirit spouts. Okay, Dougies. Oh, maybe I should go for the. Oh, but the skeleton. There's that skeleton in the bat thing. So let me just continue with the rock crabs and the Dougies. Because there is that skeleton and bat quest thing. It would be nice if there was a slime one too. A slime one would be pretty nice. But yeah, so then I literally initiated a video call, and I was like, I need my answers fast. I need them stat. And then imagine you're my mother, and like you thinking, oh, my loving child wants to full, and then you just get my face going, why the fuck is it always a mercenary? Why is it always us? And I imagine that's just what you get from me. And then so apparently it's because apartheid, and it's 9 out of 10. It's I've learned 9 out of 10 things that happen in South Africa, apartheid, and 9 out of 10 that's the damage. They're still causing damage even today, and I had to learn a lot of that from my South African history of education, South African education history, South African history of education, whatever you want to call it, whatever way you want to call it, and same thing. I realized I came here without food. Hopefully the Dougies will give me something. Is this something? No. Damn it. What do you call? And so apparently, okay. So during apartheid, and for those of you who don't know, and during apartheid, there was this thing called conscription. And so conscription is basically that you're being told, hey, they want you, as in you have no choice. And it's either you had to go military. It was military.
Military or prison.
Yeah, or wasn't it also education? If you're getting like your university,
no,
didn't Uncle get? He had to do.
No,
you went to.
no. It was either a first responder, so like police. It was either police, firefighter, that kind of thing, prison or military. Not too young. Shit.
Uncle was too young. The names came blanked out. Our uncle was too young and everything, so it wasn't.
He's 7 years younger than our father.
I swear someone had to do that. Someone went the education route. Oh, or they shipped you out. The parents, if they were rich enough, shipped you out of country.
Yeah.
I remember that happened with someone. Someone's parents shipped them out.
His older brother had to do it because he's same year as dad, I think.
Dad's 1967, so I don't know how. I haven't met this man. Have I met?
Yes, but you were 2.
Yeah, I haven't met this man since I was 2. So apparently he's still a lot. The 9 out of 10. He's the from what I sound like, he's just like our pa. So therefore, I'm great. I'm fine.
Our pa was a good father.
Okay, good. Okay, so he's a step. So the bar really was on the floor and everything, and he went to hell. We continue, and then so basically conscription and all that. So as Kayla said, either you had to there were options and all military responder, blah, 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 prison, or they shipped you out if you were rich enough. They shipped you out of country.
To go to the police originally because he's always wanted to be a policeman, but because so many people were going to the police to get out of conscription, it was a 6-month waiting period. So
that's why it was so short that he had to be there.
Yeah,
I remember
so
doing
he was like, I'm just gonna go, and then they didn't have him on the list because he was going to go to the police academy, and so he had a choice. He had a choice of the artillery and the medics. So he took the artillery, and he always regrets not going to the medics.
Yeah, because I had to do because obviously South African so in history, obviously in South Africa, if you do proper history in grade 10, 11, and 12, you start learning more in depth about apartheid, and each lesson I got more and more hatred towards our government during that time. Each lesson I got heated even more and more.
And there's people that are like, apartheid wasn't that bad. That's because you were white.
Or rich. And especially Afrikaans. But we continue on. And so there was apparently, so obviously, because conscription, so there's men who are from, because conscription was just for men. So of course there was a bunch of men, 18 to, I think 60 was the cutoff. 60 or 50. It's been years since I've done this. I did a paper on this in grade 10, 11, or 12. I can't remember. It was one of them. Because I ended up using dad as because we were learning it. I think it was grade 11 or 12, because I remember we were learning it, and then we had to do an essay on like some kind of like I can't remember what the topic was specifically, but like you could choose something, you could like sort of pick your topic. I think it must have been grade 12 then, because you could kind of like pick your topic and all in a way, but it has to of course be something related to what you were learning.
Wasn't it a research paper or something you had to write?
Yeah, it was, because I know at the end of each year there was like a big paper that we had to do. So that's why I don't know whether it was grade 10 to 12, but either or, it doesn't really matter. But we were learning conscription during the time, and Dad still had his dog tag. So then I was like, oh, I'm going to do it on conscription, do it on Dad specifically, because I know I had to do a paper on one of the topics I picked was Chris Hani's assassination, because we have it's Auntie Bestie's brother. I can't remember whether, is Captain Crunch younger or older?
Younger. Yeah, G's older, Crunch is younger. I'm pretty sure it's G, Auntie, Crunch, and then D is the younger.
Yeah, one of Auntie Bestie's brothers was part of the investigation force during the time. Was part of the force or team, whatever, that was investigating Chris Hani's assassination. I'll get into that another time if you guys really are interested in that.
Not too much.
Yeah, not too much because obviously I don't want to get demonetized. I don't know if I could get demonetized for this, even if it's educational. But obviously also it's a stop, move. Yeah, thank you. I freaking hate the crabs. I'm just gonna exit out because I forgot food, so therefore I'm just gonna not take chances. Oh fuck. Let me see if I can do it quick, and then I literally have it in my inventory. It's because I moved it out of the way so I wouldn't gift it. I'm ready now. So basically, there was a lot of people a lot of men who got trained in the military. Not military and all. Like we have one of our uncles was like on the front lines and all that, and like so it's all depending on where you got the worst the PTSD was. But either or. We move on. But ultimately, there are a lot of people who learn from apartheid and also benefit from apartheid, and only at the very least when it came to like certain. Where's the sunfish meant to go?
In the middle. Yeah, it's there. It's like a tank.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
Pufferfish, ghostfish, sandfish, woodskip.
Oh, I meant a sandfish.
300 gold down the drain.
Sorry.
But ultimately there were people who benefited, obviously, like between positions in military or that kind of thing. And obviously so it's basically a lot of, oh, I'm not benefiting anymore, blah blah blah. So I'm just gonna become a mercenary and all. So it's a lot of military men, white South Africans that were trained in the military that went, oh, I'm not keeping that apartheid privilege anymore, so I'm just gonna out. And you can argue with me, sure. I don't care. And all of that, if some people are like, oh, that's not how it happened. And maybe argue with the wall. I don't care. If you support the apartheid government or you support the apartheid government, bitch, shut up. The racism was racism. And I have a whole textbook that I can give you as light reading, and it's some nice light reading. I think it's like 800 pages or something like that. I can give you a whole nice textbook saying how apartheid shit. But yeah. What was I thinking now? Oh yeah. So tomorrow quest board, and we're gonna get a quest. We're gonna figure out we'll figure out what we're gonna do from that quest, and we'll figure out our life choices after we get the quests and everything. So if it's like wood related, if it's like getting the wood one, we work on wood. We'll work on our foraging. If it's what's name related, if it's like mining related, we'll work on the monster slaying thing / mining, working on everything. Fishing related, we'll work on fishing. We'll take it as it comes and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this educational video. That's educational today. I'm glad I'm educating the masses and everything. As a South African, I have to do my due diligence and educate, because I still believe that there are people who still think we have lions like as transport and everything. So I'm educating the masses. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and all the good stuff. Comment any thoughts, prayers, anything you guys want extra information on. If you guys want like me to actually talk about South African history and all the random stuff that I've or if you want South African related stuff and everything, I'm thinking about like doing like proper videos on that, on like ranking like restaurants or ranking like things that you thought was South African but aren't, or the things that feel South African and all that kind of vibe. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. 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 Bye.